Hey guys, it's Jessica. Have you ever read a book that got so much hype and you were so excited to read it, and then you read it and you were just crushed by disappointment? A huge disappointment. Today I'm here to talk about All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, which for me was unfortunately a huge disappointment. I was hoping for this amazing historical fiction book that took place in World War II, and this was a historical fiction, and it did take place in World War II, but I don't think it was amazing. I think it was okay. It is about three main characters. You have Werner, who is a German boy who gets put into the German army, Marie Laure, or Marie Laurie. I don't know how to say her name, so we're going to call her Marie because I know how to say that. Marie, who is a French girl whose father works at the French Museum as World War II happens, and he is entrusted with this great thing that he has to protect. And so him and his daughter Marie run to St. Malo, and they stay there and hide this amazing thing. The last character, main character, is von Ruppel, is a man in the German army, goes around to all these German-occupied cities and countries and takes all their valuables, so all their diamonds and jewels and china and all their fancy stuff, and he takes them away to be stored in the new German museum of fancy things. I'm sure there's a much more eloquent term in the book. And then there are a plethora of secondary characters. The reason I only gave this book 3 out of 5 stars is because I was not impressed. I wasn't impressed with the writing, and I wasn't impressed with the character development or how they interacted with one another, how their paths came to cross. I did really love Marie's storyline. Her storyline was my absolute favorite. I think her character development is good. I wouldn't say great, but it's good. And you learn to love her. Werner, I felt like there could have been more with Werner. Anthony Doerr could have delved deeper into who he was and why he did what he did or didn't do what I as a reader thought he should have done. And so I feel like he skimped there. Each time perspective changes, the chapter changes. So when it's Marie's chapter, she gets her own chapter, and then Werner, and then von Ruppel. And in Werner's chapters, they were so heavy in what I considered unneeded detail that I got bored, very bored. Like the eyes glazed over and I had to reread the paragraph a few times till I got myself back in the flow of reading. I never had that with Marie's chapters, and I didn't really have that with von Ruppel's chapters. Von Ruppel was a happy medium. I didn't look forward to his chapters or get excited when we got to one of his chapters, but I did enjoy his chapters. I really looked forward to Marie's chapters. I was also very distracted with the way the chapters switch. So it speeds up in time and then it flips back a couple years and goes forward and goes back, and it's not like a consistent thing. It switches years and months and days, so I continually had to flip back to the last one to see where I was because I was confused. I was like, we're in 1934, 1944, 19 what? I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on. And it was so distracting and really infuriating to me because I hate when they do that. To me, there didn't seem any reason. It was unneeded. I could have just read the story as the story and not had that weird jumping and switching. I don't know why it was done. The end was another piece that I was not a huge fan of. I felt the end was rushed, and there could have been more detail sussed out that wasn't. And so I felt like it was sort of unfinished, which was unfortunate because I much prefer to feel like there's actual closure, but I didn't seem to get that. I did do a much more in-depth review on my blog. It's linked below. It talks more about why and what parts of each storyline I preferred, and then a little bit more about the chapter switching and the ending. If you've read All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, please let me know down below. Tell me why you liked it or didn't. Tell me if you think I'm crazy and I need to reread it because I must have missed something important, because I would be happy to do that, but I honestly don't ever foresee me rereading this book. I just didn't like it at all. The book I'm going to be reading next is the second in the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. I will probably finish this in a day. It's very small, so I will have a review up for this very, very soon. And that's all I have, so please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks, bye!